finally figured it out. I figured it out. Oh, man, I'm getting all these, like, there's starting to be a pattern. During the day, I have an amazing day. It's sunny, I'm happy, people are kind, friendly, I feel optimistic. Nighttime, I start getting this like tightness in my chest, paranoia, I freak out, I feel everybody and everything and all their pain. I pray, I meditate, I try my best to calm and soothe myself through it. And then at nighttime, I transmute all of it. During my dreams, I just work through it all. And then I wake up and suddenly there's like this aha moment, this eureka moment, like this fucking battle that I just won. It's like a challenge that I didn't even know I was taking on. And then I learned from it. And it's like, oh my God, what? I had an ex text me this morning when I was doing Reiki to cut cords between me and Sebastian, the guy that I do want in my life. I was cutting cords because I wanted to let him go. I wanted him to not be energetically attached to me if it wasn't meant to be. And I've been wrong about people that I thought were meant to be with me. I just wanted to cut cords, so I started doing energy healing on myself, cutting cords between Sebastian and I. And I hadn't really done that before. And it is literally, as God is my witness, I seriously got to like, I don't know, the second or third chakra. And my ex texted me. Not the one that I've been telling you guys about that I drove here for. Another one that I met 5 or 6 months ago. He and I have been on again, off again for that long. And oh my God, it's been nothing but pain for both of us. It's like we do nothing but argue. And I'm not the type to argue anymore. I've grown so fucking much that even just having him text me put knots in my stomach, and I was like, nope, this isn't it. This isn't it. And he texted me, hey, are you okay? And he's been stalking my channel when I asked him not to for months. He has seen my living situation. He has seen where I'm at and never helped me at all in any way. And I realized something today, now that I have truly stepped into my power and I understand what I do as a creator of my own reality. I have made it so this man never stood a chance with me. I'm the one that always brought him into my reality, argumentative, proud, egotistical, narcissistic, vain, unwilling to help, unwilling to budge. I wrote the script for him. And I look at it now and I'm like, I love him and he loves me. And I wrote a script for him in my own reality to come in like that. Like, well, I mean, it wasn't really anything. He was just doing the same thing that he'd been cyclically doing for months. Coming in when I'm happy just to siphon energy from me. Just to argue with me and get me riled up, and then boom, I'm having a bad day. My energy's depleted and it all went to him. And then he stays stuck in my psyche for days on end as I overthink the situation and think, well, maybe we're meant to be, maybe not. Always knowing we're not meant to be. But yet thinking to myself, I don't know. I could fix him though. I can rewrite the script and have him different in my reality. I could. That was the whole point this morning. But I don't want to. I don't care to. I want to exert my energy on something else. I'm just letting bygones be bygones and letting that man go. And I have learned my lesson. that I was so powerful. I was writing the script for him. I was asking him to show up that way every single time by assuming he would. I assumed he'd show up and he would just be all like argumentative and crude and rude right off the gate. And so I matched it. I would always mirror that right back to him. I'm a mirror. I'm a mirror to people. And every time he would just be like, why did I even call you? Why did I even reach out? I don't know. Why did you? And this time I really took my power back and I said, we're beyond done. Why are you calling me? Why are you texting me? You're too proud. I've grown past this. I've grown so much in these 2 months. Being homeless has really opened my eyes to how powerful I am and how I created this shit life for myself. So what I learned today was I wrote the script for him to show up the way he showed up. So I don't have to send him away with hate. I don't have to be like, go fuck yourself. Don't ever talk to me. I don't have to be like that. I can love him and say, no, thank you. I can love him by saying, no, thank you. That's actually how I'm going to show that man unconditional love. And so after our conversation, it wasn't even a 5-minute call. It was so awkward. It felt like nails on a chalkboard, like oil and water. We just fought. And I don't like fighting. I'm not the type to fight anymore. I live in peace. That's what I told him. I live in peace, not in this disharmony. And it only happens around you, and this isn't okay. I'm letting you go. We're done. I really let him know, like, you don't respect boundaries. You didn't appreciate me. You don't love me unconditionally. You love the energy I give you, not the actual me. You don't love me. You love what I can do for you. And I think hearing him say, like, you're right, like, maybe I don't love you. That was both confusing, heartbreaking, but also so enlightening. The truth shall set you free. And once I realized that he really doesn't love me, truly me, Jenna, like the spiritual girl, the loud girl with boundaries, like the girl that has bipolar episodes, like, you don't love me. You love what I represent to you. You love the idea of me. So we're done. We've been done. But it's Mercury retrograde, and this time it's done. So I realized even more how much more worthy I am of Sebastian. It's like seeing that episode, seeing a breakup happen yet again. We've had dozens, this guy. Me and him, Jesus God. It's not even, there's never an on. It's always off. We're off. I don't know why we do this to each other. I don't know. But I'm starting to deduce down that he can feel energetically when I elevate. Because I was removing cords from Sebastian and my vibration already raised, literally as I was doing my healing session. So that's why he called me. Plus also there's movement happening between Sebastian and I. And so this was just like that last closure from the last ex that I needed closure from. Didn't even really need closure. I'd already received it. He needed more closure than I did. But anyway, what you're going to realize very soon, and I kept hearing this was what my lesson was all morning. Pharaoh is about to let God's people go. Pharaoh, that really strict, stern, egoic self, that prideful self, that the biggest boss / narcissist in your life, that big boss, right? That big boss in video games that you try to go to the highest level and there's the big boss there, right? That's Pharaoh, and he's about to be completely humiliated. Like, you're about to show up and show out, and when you do, this person's ego, they can't handle it. They can't handle the vibes. They can't handle what you're about to show them, which is that it truly has been their ego all along. God hardened their heart. God hardened Pharaoh's heart. God hardened your narcissist's heart so that you could get out. You could get out of Egypt, which Egypt in the book of Exodus represents the ego, the egoic mind. So your narcissist has their heart chakra completely closed off right now, making dumb decisions, doing stupid shit, probably finding a new karmic partner to talk to, a third party to talk to, right? Probably cheating on you, probably doing something with their friends, going out partying, just avoiding you. This is God's way of protecting you. This is God's way of distracting them and getting you out of Dodge. But I kept hearing, Pharaoh is letting my people go. Pharaoh let my people go, and they are. Pharaoh is the king of the ego, right? So that's your narcissist, the king over their ego. Your narcissist is about to let you go. They have to. They have to. You've changed too much. You've ascended too much. You're too holy. You're too divine. You're too energetically high vibrational. They can't even reach you if they tried. They can't. They can't meet you where you're at. You've outgrown them. But the biggest lesson here is realizing that you wrote the script. That's why we all feel so bad and emotional and like guilty in a way. Like, but I love him though. Yeah, of course you do. But unfortunately, you didn't know how to write a script. You didn't know the laws of the universe yet. To get that person to be less like that and more like what you wanted. You didn't know how to recreate things. You have two choices. Recreate things and start going into your mind, in your imaginal act, in your imagination, and creating the perfect relationship from where you are right the fuck now, or get out of Dodge. You have two choices. Leave or fix it. But you're not fixing it the right way. And if some of you are like me and you're just like, I just want to let him go because honestly, it's just there's too much damage, or it's just like I've got better things to focus on. Right there's your answer. You're going to go through a breakup soon, and you're going to be leaving this person behind. But you have to realize you created them like that in your own reality. Like, you're the one that didn't know yet how to do it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There are no rules to manifestation. You didn't know. You were manifesting and bringing into your reality a version of them you do not like. It's okay. It's okay. Send them love. They taught you lessons. They're beautiful. They are still a beautiful person. Just because they got overwhelmed with work and school and kids and all this stuff in the real world doesn't mean that they didn't love you. And it certainly doesn't mean that you didn't love them. It just means that you've grown apart. So at this point, you really only have two choices. Either leave and find something new that vibrates at a level with you and someone you know will be better suited for you, or stay. But fix it. Because the whole like torture thing between you and your person fighting all the time, yeah, that's when angels step in. That's when the divine steps in. That's when the fucking universe steps in and says, abso-fucking-lutely not. We will separate you guys if you think that you're going to get away with this much longer. It's a joke. That's a joke. You either fix it or we fix it for you. Take that as a warning. You either care or we care enough to separate you two, and then we don't care if you hate us or not. Like, the universe will be separating people who are in devilish, because this planet is ascending. If you're in devilish energies, if you're entertaining that much longer, that's not going to be entertained much longer. The world's ascending. There's a higher vibration on the planet all around because people want to be relieved of suffering. People want to be let go by Pharaoh, right? Again, God's people being enslaved. to the mind of ego, to their own ego, to other people's ego, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a structure. And so you got it twisted. You're getting it twisted, honey. If you think that you're going to get to stay in a sick, twisted relationship like that and not have the divine step in and really cause tower moments for you to get the fuck out. Like, you may not think it's love. You may think that the universe hates you. You may think that God isn't real and whatever. But these divine beings are like, we don't care. We don't care that you start hating us. We're just not letting you do this anymore. Like, this is suffering. This is causing them suffering, and it's causing you suffering. And so you guys are about on your way out. You're about in your desert. You're about to have your mass exodus right now. And God kept laying it on my heart all morning. Moses, and Exodus, and like Egypt, and going through the desert. And I cried. I said, God, I don't know how to lead these people. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. I'm going to hurt people. I don't think I can. I'm not capable of leading. I'm not capable. And then I realized why I felt all this time I wasn't capable. It's because I hadn't done what I just did this morning in telling my ex, absolutely not, we're done. We're done, and firmly standing in it. I used to be wishy-washy, I used to be like, oh, well, no, we're not going to be together. But then like secretly hoping that we would call again. No. That's not what this is about this time. This time I saw it as a violation of my soul. I saw an energy vampire for what he is, a narcissist. And in true discovery of a morning ritual that I seem to do, I always have this true discovery of some sort of huge epiphany. That is what I see now, is that I didn't feel firm in my conviction and my decision to choose love until now. And if God is love and love is God, then I'm choosing God. I'm choosing love. And if I'm choosing God, and I know God's choosing me, and I'm choosing God's people of love. Think about it. People who never gave up on soulmate love. People who never gave up on love of self, love of the divine. Those are the people I work for. Those are the people that I would consider God's people and my people. These are beautiful, angelic, empathic, kind-hearted, awakened souls that need guidance. And I just was not feeling like I could do it. But after today, and seeing how easy it was, so easy. It was so easy for me to be like, wait, this is toxic. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you in my life. I'll never, ever, ever again have you in my life, ever. There will never be a chance with you, ever. There will literally, I'm not going to revise it. I'm not going to script or manifest like him coming in differently. No, it's absolutely over. It helps that I've met my true twin flame to know what my false twin flame is. This guy that just messaged me this morning, he told me before he thought we were twin flames, and I did too for the longest time. But he's very much a false twin flame. And so for me to have this aha moment, like, wow, I can say no to you. I'm allowed to say no. Not only am I allowed, but I'm required to. I give myself permission to. Like, God wants me to. Like, it was one thing when I just was scared and I was afraid of being alone and lonely and stuff. But I'm not afraid of that anymore. Literally as I was cutting cords with Sebastian, which means that I might not even ever get to see that guy again. And I still said no. It's like, it's one thing if you have this hope to be with somebody new. It's like, it's one thing to say no to your ex when you know you're getting a soulmate. It's another entirely when you're literally trying to end things with your soulmate to set them free. And then your ex comes back and you still say no. You're choosing you now. This is a you year. This is a you century. This is a you lifetime. This is a you forever, eternally The end. You get what you want because you are you and you are God and you are divine and you are allowed to think for yourself and you are allowed to have energy for yourself and you are allowed to make decisions for yourself. So I was just so empowered by what had just happened. I thought I would make this video. It was just different. I just saw that it's a violation. It's a crime against God. It's a crime against my soul. It's a crime against my own energy. I just heard the name Ashley. It's a crime against my own energy. So right now, if you are being asked to leave somebody behind because you feel like this can't be good. It's not good. And it's your inner guidance system telling you it's not good. I've got better for you. I've got better. When one door closes, another has to open. That's how it is. Something else has to come in. It has to. It literally has to. Something has to fill in the gap. Something has to fill in the vacuum. It's going to happen. And because you've ascended and you've grown, trust that whatever's coming in has ascended and grown. It's going to match with a new vibration. It's going to be better. Promise. I promise you. I promise you it's always better. But you have to believe that. You have to say, enough is enough. I don't deserve that. And I'm done. All right. So I love you. I'll talk to you later.